They've been laid off or had social services cut, all because of the federal budget cuts mandated by the sequester. Their rally to reverse those cuts, our top story on News 13 at 4:30.
From the Samson Production Studios in the heart of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, it's your News 13.
Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Kathy Bazinski. Well, hundreds of union members and local residents from all across northeastern Pennsylvania protested the federal budget cuts that have cut jobs and social service benefits. As Stephanie Gorney reports, the group was trying to send a message to Washington.
Stop the cuts now! Stop the cuts now! Stop the cuts now! Stop the cuts now! What's it about? It's about
the working class came out Wednesday night to Pittston Area High School to let their voice be heard on how automatic federal budget cuts are affecting them. 17th District Congressman Matt Cartwright organized this rally to let people know that conditions are only going to get worse if the current sequestration is not stopped.
And we are in the middle of a jobs crisis here in Pennsylvania. Our unemployment numbers are already way higher than the national average. We're talking about 7, 8, and the national average, we're talking about 10 and 11% in northeastern Pennsylvania.
Area residents, many of who were union workers or former union workers, came out in hopes of finding some words of encouragement and to support everyone who is experiencing these cuts.
Fellow workers at Toby Hanna, and to tell you the truth, I was happy when they brought in the state workers here. I mean, it's sad that federal workers are going to lose their job, but I'm here also to support the state workers. Never mind Toby Hanna losing 20% of their paychecks. You're talking about 5,000 families being out of work. I'm here to support everybody.
Speakers told the crowd that the sequester cuts are not only affecting everyone who works for a living, but also children and the opportunities that might be available to them later on in life.
Class sizes are going to get larger. Options for the students are going to shrink. Less attention for the children because they have to focus on that. Special education cuts, early education cuts. The children are going to have less and less of a chance to be successful and have their American dream.
A theme at the rally was how tough the workers in Northeast Pennsylvania are and that they won't back down until the government does the right thing.
Living here in Northeastern Pennsylvania, we are tough, we are hard, we are proud, we are good working people. And we don't like it when things are not going right, and we don't want to share that with anybody.
But for Washington, D.C. to understand what the middle class is going through, people are going to have to share their stories and get involved.
Working families fight tonight. Tell D.C. to make it right. Working families fight tonight. Tell D.C. to make it right. Working families fight tonight. Tell D.C. to make it right. All
Stephanie
right.
Gorney, News 13, Pittston.
Some people in Greater Hazleton who've been avoiding their date with the Luzerne County court system will be spending this holiday weekend behind bars. Luzerne County Sheriff's Department has been trucking around town all day, rounding up people who didn't show up for their court dates from over the past year. The crimes committed include everything from misdemeanors to felonies like gun charges. Now, failure to show up at court automatically gives police a warrant for your arrest, so word to the wise, you better show up.
People should show up to court, otherwise you're going to sit in jail for the weekend, and you have to be in front of a judge within 72 hours of being apprehended. The people that we picked up today will sit in jail probably until Monday to see a judge.
Now, the sheriff said they actually tried to get some of the people they picked up before a judge today, so if they can make bail, they can celebrate Easter with their families. But after rounding up 40 people, sheriff says there's no way all those cases will be heard before the holiday. A Beaver Meadows man is under arrest after leading police on a chase and threatening to kill the borough's police chief. Police say when they tried to flag down 36-year-old Russell Berry III when he ran a stoplight, he kept driving, then got out of his car and started running. They chased him to his mother's house where he locked himself inside. The police who responded from several communities had to break a window to get in, and once inside, they finally had to use a taser to subdue him. Now, once he was at the Carbon County Prison, Berry bragged if he hadn't been jolted, he would have killed Beaver Meadows Police Chief Michael Moresi. Barry's charged with terroristic threats and resisting arrest. Turns out he's also wanted on charges in Montgomery County. Well, once the weather warms up, everybody feels like getting out and moving again. If you're looking to lose that winter weight, there's a new program for you starting in April at the YMCA. The program is Salsa, Sabor, and Saud, and it's for the whole family. Well, it's open to everybody. It's tailored to Hispanic residents. It helps kids stay active while having fun, and it teaches adults about healthy eating habits. Fitness trainer Terry Shortway says learning healthy habits for the Latino population is especially important because they generally have a history of high blood pressure and obesity.
It's 8 weeks for the kids to come in a separate environment. They're getting exercise with one of the trainers, and then the parents are in another place getting education on healthy eating habits. And then they come together in the end and they have fun together.
If participants complete the 8-week program, then they receive a free 8-week membership to the Y. Well, after this next story, we may all need the gym. Easter is this Sunday, and for Christians, the fasting will be over. So what better way to celebrate than with chocolate, of course? Christina Papa found people in Hazleton today filling up their Easter baskets with their favorite treats.
That's why I couldn't get it early. Yeah.
Andrea Piccola says there's no such thing as too much candy, especially on Easter morning.
Yeah, we have different size eggs. We have 89-cent eggs, we have bite-sized eggs, we have 10-ounce eggs, pound eggs, 4-pound eggs, 6-pound eggs.
Andrea has been working hard at Victoria's Chocolates in Hazleton, filling Easter baskets and chocolate orders for this special holiday. She says whether you like chocolate eggs, chocolate bunnies, or if you prefer jelly beans, Victoria's has got it all.
I mean, everything is so good because it's the best. That's all I could say.
Loyal customers like Catherine Mundy have been coming to Victoria's for years. She says it's the perfect way to celebrate after the month of fasting.
It's just a treat. Well, you fast during Lent. That's what we did. We fast from candy, and then Easter, you enjoyed it.
Teresa Gentilesco says she used to fill her children's Easter baskets with candy molds from Victoria's. Now that they're older, she still stops in for a special treat.
We used to get the Kewpie dolls. Now I just get the eggs, and the foiled eggs, their jelly beans are the best.
Andrea says filling a basket isn't too hard, but some customers say it's difficult picking out their favorite flavors.
Hard to choose. It's hard to choose, but I get a little bit of something for everyone, so we have a big variety.
Andrea says these handmade molds are what sets them apart from other chocolate stores. Right behind me, there are hollowed out chocolate-filled eggs, especially made so more chocolate can be filled inside of them.
We have the egg, it's two parts, top and a bottom, and then they fill it with all different candy. You could get what you want in it, or we put certain things in it.
As for Catherine, she can't wait to see the look on her granddaughter's face when she sees her Easter basket this year. Christina Papa, News 13, Hazleton.
Oh man, that all looks so good. Coming up on News 13, we're heading into a major holiday weekend, but will the temperatures allow you to wear your springtime best? We'll tell you in News 13 weather. But first, how can doing a little spring cleaning help out those in need? We'll show you an easy way to do it just ahead on News 13. And let's check the winning midday lottery numbers. Good luck if you play. The daily number 819, Big 4, 1784, Quinto 93070, and the treasure hunt 19171920. Hope you won.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's social news. First tonight, happy 85th birthday to Andrew Marquez. This wish comes with love from your family, friends, and everyone here at SSPTV. Also tonight, happy 83rd birthday to Molly Plitnick, love from your family and friends. And happy 54th birthday to Ed Acker from your sister Faith and two uncles Harold and Charlie. Tonight's Talk of the Town report, the Greater Hazleton Health Alliance and Boyer's Food Markets in Hazleton will be holding a blood pressure screening April 23rd from 9 to 11 a.m. Screenings are free and no registration is necessary. For more information about the event, check out ghha.org or boyersfood.com. And finally, the American Cancer Society will be holding a Look Good, Feel Better program at the Hazleton Health and Wellness Center Monday, April 22nd from 1 to 3 p.m. This program features volunteer beauty professionals teaching women how to deal with some side effects of cancer. To register, please call 1-800-227-2345 by April 19th. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Casimir Cassie Diebel of Harwood. Service will be Friday at 8 p.m. from the Firo Funeral Home. Friends may call Friday from 6 to 8 p.m. And Austin V. Brennan of Hazelton. Arrangements will be announced by the Turnbach Funeral Home. Tonight's obituaries have been brought to you by the Smilax Floral Shop located on 15th Street in Hazelton. Palm Cross is now on sale by calling 570-454-0111. And by Mia's, once again the Hazelton area's #1 rated restaurant. Call 570-501-3410 for information on luncheon packages.
Well, does spring cleaning mean pruning your wardrobe for things you don't wear anymore? Don't toss your old clothes, though. Donate them. As Christina Papa tells us, if you drop them off at your local Salvation Army, you'll also be helping those in need.
Amy Weekle is ready to put her big, heavy winter jacket in the closet until next winter. She says she's already started spring cleaning out her wardrobe.
Clothes, lots of clothes. Lots of clothes. I have a ton of it, so it's all going.
But she's not just going to toss her unwanted clothes to the curb. She knows someone else may need them.
I started going through it, and I'm going to take it to donate it to people that need it.
Amy plans to donate her clothes to the Salvation Army, where her donations may go to help someone like Damian Zimnicki, who remembers when the Salvation Army was there with donations when he lost his belongings in a fire.
Really young at the time, but yeah, that was pretty miserable, and the Salvation Army was there to help my family through it.
Salvation Army worker Guy Howitt was loading up a truck full of donations today. He says donations have been lagging lately.
Last week we had a snowstorm, nobody came out. But as the weather breaks, more donations will happen.
Guy hopes as people begin to clean out their closets and houses for springtime, they'll bring their unwanted treasures his way.
Well, absolutely, yeah. People will go to Target and Kohl's and Walmart and redo their wardrobe and then go through their old wardrobe and decide what they don't need and then, hopefully donate it to the Salvation Army.
Every day, new donations are brought into the Salvation Army. Right now behind me, there's a Salvation Army truck that's being sent from Hazelton to Wilkes-Barre, so new donations can be brought to that area for the spring season.
This time is crucial this year because we're changing stock and everything, so it's really important that we get fresh stock in that people are going to want to buy. And this is the foundation of the Salvation Army right here.
As for Damien, he says he knows a lot of people who need the donations. So if you have things you don't want, what better way to help the community than to donate it?
My family always gives back whenever they can, as should a lot of people. This is great.
Christina Papa, News 13, Hazelton.
And time now for our regional weather from the National Weather Service. Checking the radar, even though we're well into spring, still got some winter cold temperatures, and we're in a pattern where you keep experiencing either the rain or the snow showers, depending upon the temperature where you are. Apparently going to stay that way at least through today, maybe tomorrow. Our creative condition is just longing for sunny. It's by Leon Baez, a third grader at West Hazelton Elementary Middle School, and he says it's a sunny day and he and his friend are out there playing ball. Now let's take a look at News 13 weather from the National Weather Service for Greater Hazelton. For tonight, it'll be mostly cloudy with a low around 27 degrees. For Friday, partly sunny with a slight chance again of afternoon rain and snow showers with a high up to 43. Overnight low down to 27. Saturday, mostly sunny with a high near 48, nighttime low around 30. Then for Easter Sunday, mostly cloudy with a chance of afternoon showers, a high near 47 degrees. Showers likely at night with a low around 36. Then for Monday, partly sunny with a chance of showers, the high again near 36. On to Schuylkill County. For tonight, it'll be mostly cloudy with a low around 26 degrees. Then on Friday, partly sunny with a high near 45. The nighttime low still in the 20s down to 29. On Saturday, though, not too bad. Mostly sunny with a high near 50 and a low around 33 degrees. And for Easter Sunday, rain likely with a high near 46. A chance of rain and snow showers at night with a low down to 36. And for Monday, partly sunny with a chance of rain and snow showers once again with a high of 49 degrees. And still ahead on News 13, spring sports still stymied by all this weather. Fred Barletta will tell you what teams are still playing in News 13 sports. And then scrumptious morsels of sausage and egg all wrapped in cheesy goodness. We'll sample a special Easter dish when News 13 continues.
SSPTV Sports on News 13 with Fred Barletta Jr.
Well,
Well, the Marion Phillies got things going finally. They're one of the teams that have been playing a lot of their practices indoors because of the winter that just won't let go and the spring that won't begin. But finally, when they got outside yesterday, well, they looked like they were in mid-season form. There you take a look. I mean, they got some timely pitching, they got great hitting, and they had stellar defense. Put it all together, and it leads to a 3-0 shutout over Blue Mountain. Now, Lindsay Nemeth, she led the way. She banged out 3 hits in 4 at-bats. She had a couple of stolen bases, knocked in a run. And as I said, the Phillies looking like, hey, what's the big deal? Let's get the season started, and away we go. Now, in other Schuylkill League softball, Williams Valley did the same thing. They put a clubbing on North Schuylkill, 19-1 the final there. Now, as far as baseball, well, Cougars, they don't look like they are in midseason form by any stretch of the imagination. They lose again. They get clobbered by Parkland. 9-1 is the final. And the thing that hurts, take a look. Cougars, 5 errors, only 2 base hits. So things not off to a good start for Hazleton area as they go to 0-2. Volleyball, we told you this would be a big one for the Cougars. Well, North Pocono showed why they continue to be one of the great teams in northeastern Pennsylvania. North Pocono, straight sets, gets by the Cougars 3-0. Cougars off for the rest of the week, and they'll be back in action midweek next week against another toughie, Delaware Valley. Now today, here's what we've got. Well, we were supposed to be looking at tennis, but that didn't happen because it just didn't warm up. We got some snowflakes, and they couldn't get the courts dry. So Hazleton-Berwick tennis postponed. No makeup date. So they're just going to end up playing a lot of back-to-back-to-back tennis matches because they haven't got any in yet. As far as the baseball schedule, full slate. Hazleton area right back in action. They travel down the turnpike to North Penn. Tamaqua takes on Lehighton. Shenandoah Valley, North Schuylkill. That one postponed like the tennis because of the inclement conditions. Softball, Tamaqua is at Lehighton. Shenandoah Valley, they'll go to North Schuylkill. So hopefully we can get all that stuff in. Let's go to the American Hockey League where the Pens doubled up on Binghamton. Nice win for the Pens. They'll be off and then skate right back into action. That'll be on Friday. Meanwhile, spring training baseball starting to wind down. Mets at Washington, Pittsburgh at Tampa to play the Yanks, Toronto and Philly and Clearwater, and Joe Madden's club and the Baltimore Orioles in Sarasota. All of the teams breaking camp this weekend, and Monday will be the start of Major League Baseball. And we're brought to you by Bottled X, where tonight it's Rack 'em Up Rib Night. They're racking up their flavor with fire-grilled ribs. You get a half rack of meaty, fall-off-the-bone St. Louis-style spare ribs, and it is smothered in that sweet barbecue sauce. They fire-grill it and serve it with bottomless fries for just $9.95. And oh, don't forget, huge imported beer selection, pool, dart, shuffleboard. Good time waiting for you up at Bottled X.
Finally, for now, Easter traditions are best when passed down from our grandparents. Thankfully, as Matthew Petrillo tells us, Greater Hazleton has one grandmother who we can all share when it comes to baking a special Easter tradition.
Easter pies at Carmen's Bakery are filled with much more than fresh ricotta cheese, delicious sausage, and hard-boiled eggs. Here, they come baked with tradition.
Yeah, I'm the mother of the Easter pie.
Well, actually, Marie Delis says her grandmother is the first mother of the Easter pie. After all, she brought the recipe with her from Italy.
My grandmother came from Brindisi di Montagna and Anze, and this is her recipe. And my mother did it when she got married. She did the same thing.
And she gave the Easter pies away as gifts.
Marie began selling the traditional treats here 55 years ago and hasn't stopped since. She says they sell about 500 every Easter season. The secret to her delicious success? Sticking with the same recipe.
Some people make it with pepperoni. We don't. We just use sausage and ham. And it's very tasty.
It's an Italian tradition, and it's a famous recipe.
Now here's a quick language lesson. These pies originate from Brindisi, Italy, where they call them pastiche. So if I want to order some pastiche, what do I say?
I voglio pastiche.
Voglio pastiche. Pastiche first came into Italian Easter tradition as a celebration for the return of spring. It has to be prepared at least a day before serving for its flavors to properly mix, but its customers say it's well worth the wait.
Carmen's makes the best Easter pie. I've been here 3 times already for it, and possibly I'll be back for more.
3 times this week?
Yeah.
To make the pies, they mix hard-boiled eggs with raw eggs, sugar, and cheese. They add some meat and pour it into a mixing bowl before scooping it into a flaky pie crust and putting it in the oven.
It's tradition here in Hazleton, and all the people seem to just love it.
And while the Easter pies here are for sale until Saturday evening, don't even think about getting a look at the family recipe. Matthew Petrillo, News 13, Hazleton.
I am so hungry now. That's News 13 for your Thursday. Thank you so much for joining us. You can catch this newscast again with rebroadcast throughout tonight, or just go to News 13's website anytime, SSPTV.com, where you'll always find the local and regional news you need and the community news you want. For the entire News 13 team, thank you so much for joining us. I'm Kathy Bazinski. Have a great night.